And back again. And with a bit of news. Well, a couple of bits of news. One not that impressive and the other bad. One, if you check the upper left side of the plane, you'll see that we're a 112.1 now. Which is a meaningless update. It's a couple of bug fixes that didn't affect anything, and like they added names to the credits. I added this in, which is not part of the news, but I guess I could mention it. Still don't know if these corner blocks are helping, or even the upper blocks really, but I have them, so here they are. Looks like, yeah, they're feeding into it. I also, I've been doing some trading. Tried a couple of different swords. Neither of these, it doesn't make any difference what you put in there. If it's steel, it's iron, it's sharpness, knockback. 2 knockbacks, really. And if it's diamond, it's sharpness, knockback, knockback. So, whatever sword I might try to upgrade into looting, it's just gonna be a matter of playing with it until I get that to happen. Although technically, you can get what it's mentioning and then also a surprise element thing, maybe, but I know that's not the point. Okay, the bad news. I had a neat idea, because these animals, which I don't want to kill, because they're specially colored. There's at least 16 of theirs, there are more like 20 or so, but I'm at my mob cap. I'm well over it. Hell, my animal collection alone, 2 dogs, 4 birds, 3 cats, is 9 animals there, so nothing else is going to just spawn. At least not anywhere nearby. I was thinking I would, I could go through the nether to, you know, really far away, like the edge of the far end of the nether fortress. Given that it's 8 to 1 on distance between the nether and the overworld. If I built a nether portal in the nether that far away, I'm going to go there now for something actually. And I'll be able to show you what I'm talking about. Sort of, if I bothered doing it, I could show you. What matters is I could build another portal, go through it, emerge back in the overworld like 3 kilometers away, and also I added some stairs, just so I can get up here without having to jump when I can't jump because everything's loading. I can emerge like 3 kilometers away and spawn all the animals I want, because the animals I have won't contribute to them. It'll be a 0 mob cap over there. However, the outside of the range, outside of where we are most of the time, where the house is, all that, the only biome diversity is right there. At some point you track out far enough and everything just goes plains for the rest of, you know, a planet the size of Neptune. So what I was thinking was I could set up a grassland pasture thingy the hell out there and get rabbits to spawn. And the reason that's never going to work is that rabbits don't spawn in plains, apparently. And I guess I'm not positive of that, but I looked it up, and they only spawn in, like, taiga biomes and snowy. They don't spawn in plains, apparently. So that's too bad. Sort of. It's okay in the sense that I still have no need ever for rabbits, but it's just one of those things that I haven't got that I kind of could have got, but it's too late now because I'm not killing or moving all of the animals I have. And that's the only place rabbits could spawn if I didn't have animals there preventing them from spawning. So it's just, I just went too far. I thought I had my sword ready, I don't know why. Oh, that wasn't enough. Did that just bounce off the ceiling? That was cool. It looked like it did. Anyway. The other thing I'm kind of working on making happen one of these days is to get enough wither skulls. Get enough wither skulls to create a wither, which I also don't much want, but it's something else I could do. And so I've been trying to make more wither skeleton friendly an environment, which seems to have kind of happened. Damn, that one's coming after me too. Give me a skull. See, they just never do that. They tend to spawn, well, right where you see them. It's got to be on this stuff. Well, it's got to be in a fortress. Typically around a, a juncture of corridors, like a perpendicular, where we are. So I built this in because it actually gives them more places. They don't have to be literally on the nether brick, but they do have to be here, kinda. So there are ways you can set up an easier way to get the guys, but not in SkyBlock. It's never going to happen. It involves building a massive room, at least 32 meters long, with like a pathway made of the best thing to use is like daylight sensors, because they're exactly the right height, because wither skeletons are 2.5 meters tall, so if you're on a daylight sensor behind a wall that's a couple meters tall, they can just see you and come towards you, but blazes can't see you, so they won't come after you as long as you don't jump. So yeah, there is a way I could build it kind of along here, just a whole big thing that right down the middle is a whole bunch of daylight sensors, but I don't have the materials, I don't think, to make enough daylight sensors to make that practical. So the best I can do is kind of wander back and forth and leave a gap of 32 meters for these things to spawn into, and then go kill them, and allow that 1 in 40 has a decent chance of giving me a skull. And if I get 3 of those, I've got wither. And then the wither is its own thing where I can I'm a little concerned that I heard a ghast. Ah, now I know why. Oh, damn it. I thought it was going to hit the thing. Shut up. But I hit it. We didn't... Oh, damn it, I gotta go. A lot. So now, of course, there's one of those. Apparently I made this a little too good, because I'm just surrounded by enemies suddenly. And that gas is still back there, of course. Oh, don't you start. Shut up. You're already dead, you just haven't burned enough. And he put himself out somehow. Okay, so I'm still lacking in any skulls, right? I don't need that. Yeah, there's just nothing. So, yeah, I have this built up to facilitate wither skeleton spawning. Did I miss him? Oh, there's one. There's just no good way to have them spawn into something that I can really control. It's just going to be a see them and kill them and try to get something out of them. Having looting would help, but I don't have it as of now. Did I get him? Good. Where's that ghast? I'm a little concerned about him still. So, yeah, I'm working on Wither Skull. Wither Skull. I'm just going to call them Wither Skulls. What else could they be? Where's the ghast? I mean, seriously, it was here. Where could it have gone? I didn't kill it, did I? I don't see any evidence that I killed it. Huh. Ah. I don't know. So, there's that wither guy. Yeah, well, I was trying to kill you, but that other guy got in my way. I don't know if that was like altruism or stupidity, or if there's a difference. No! Damn it. I can get to him if he's got stuff. Oop. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of skulls. Ah, stop it. See, and this is why you want to build a corridor thing that... What? Did I get a skull? I must have. Yep, I did. I don't care about the blaze rod. Also, just to make sure this is really fun, I gotta make sure not to hit any pigmen or else I'm gonna have a whole new problem. And those little slimy things aren't a big deal. Whoa. I think their skulls stack, so if I get another it should... Oh shit. I don't want to talk about this. Then there's you, which is what started all this. Are we done with pigmen, or are there some just waiting to jump on me for that? Do you guys care? Yep. Gotta go. You're gonna come bother me, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, this changes things. If he comes after me, he might hurt himself trying to get down here. Are you mad at me? Yeah. Yeah? No. Yeah. Yeah, actually I'm going to stash that here just in case anything gets really bad. I don't really care about the rest. I'm just going to get the hell out of here and try to... I'm going to go back to the overworld. I'll come back when I'm safe. Okay, these guys are either really slow or I'm okay now. I'm still gonna go back to the overworld though. Let's see, what other news? Because I didn't do anything yesterday. Well, I didn't record anything yesterday. what I did yesterday, in fact, was, well, build up that... Can you hear me? Hang on. What I did yesterday was build up the platforms there for the, you know, skeletons. I don't know what to call those guys. Wither skeletons. Just seems 5 syllables is a lot. I mentioned last time, I think, did I? That I had given up on, Lightworks. Because... When did I... No, yeah, I was talking about it when I was building the Enderman factory. Being a problem. Yeah, I think I mentioned in the last episode that I, gave up on it in favor of, what is it, K10 Live? Yeah. As opposed to Lightworks, which sounds too much like Lightwave. So... Yesterday I went through... I've already uploaded to date, 6 of these, so that's just kind of... There's not much I can do with that. I'd have to trash it all and start all over. But starting from episode 7, I went back and recompiled everything and exported it in 1080, which I'm pretty sure has worked. I've been kind of poking around looking at the output, and it seems to be okay. So, you know, on the one hand now, anytime I'm complaining about the sneezed-on results of having exported in 720, it's going to sound kind of nuts, because obviously everything's in 1080. But, you know, I guess it's better than the alternative, which is having things in 720. Though I mentioned that to a few people outside of talking to a video that I'm recording, and they thought it was just a stupid thing to be worried about. Because, you know, A, it's Minecraft, where everything is designed to look like it's, you know, just... If the Atari VCS had somehow been 3D. And B, you know, a huge majority of stuff uploaded at all, video game or not, is 720 or 480 or even down at 320. So, technically, being at 1080 is the unusual element. But I don't care, I want it to be 1080, and now it is, and we're done worrying about it. What else is new? Got these guys. Yeah, I've been trading with these guys a bit. Oh, I will say this. Literally smoking was quieter. I went ahead and added the spider. You just saw one there. Added the spiders back in. So now I have 2 pigmen, a witch, the guardian, and a spider. Obviously I don't need spider eyes, ever. I've got a whole bunch, and each stack of these equates to another spider egg. But the, string is, tradable, and in a decent, well, it would be tradable. I don't think I have anyone left who wants any. But that aside, how you do? A lot of these guys are locked up at this point. But when he's not locked up, a stack of string is good for 4 emeralds, and then with 4 left over that I can double-click and get the next batch into the little window. I just gotta somehow jiggle these guys back into accepting the things. And I think string is right here. As far as drop-offs, which are... This is still being exactly the same. It's... The carts are full, so they can't pick the stuff up, so they can't drop the stuff off. I've got that much string. But, that flaw aside, there are better ways to do sorting systems, I suppose. So the problem is, you can tell right there I have more than one cart. So I can't do a comparator system where it stops the cart until it's full. And even controls maybe what goes into the cart, because there'll be another cart right behind it that bumps it, and it won't work. I could make this bigger and more convoluted. I could actually have hoppers going all the way down to the floor, 65 meters down, 64. But that really only postpones the problem where things fill up with assorted things. I could even... I'd probably have to do some fishing. I could even, because I can't reuse these spawners now that, given where they are, the only thing I can do with them is break them. I could actually have separate spawners set up, so like just that one would be just the, I don't care, Guardian. And it would drop Guardian stuff down into the array. And then somewhere else I could have the Witch one, and then a third place I could have, but yeah, first I would need more Nemo fish to get more spawners, and I think I'm out. I'm not sure about that. No, I have 2 left. But all that would do is distribute the problem. The problem is I have more stuff than I have room to stash it, really. My actual stashing wall that I was just at with the eyes and all is pretty close to full. It's hard to drop anything new into it. My sorting system, every one of these has some, and that's the point of the sorting system. It used to be just random. Now it's not. Now it's dedicated boxes, but it still relies on stuff dumping in, the right thing dumping into one of these. Obviously, if that ever happens, it'll go straight into whatever it's feeding into, but it just doesn't happen much because they're full and the carts are full, and I'd have to... The only thing I can do, and talk about worsening the problem, is to build more carts. Have more hopper carts on the system that are picking up new stuff and slurping down old stuff and maybe juggling it all around. It's just... apart from being kind of ugly and asymmetrical, the problem with the sorting system is only that I have too much stuff to sort. Given the way it's designed otherwise, you know. Again, comparators could probably sort stuff better, but not by a lot. It's just a mess. I've just got to basically wander through. I don't have skeletons anymore, so I won't be getting more arrows from here. I've still got the... What? Why do I get the feeling that I got struck by lightning and then snowed on? I may not have a monster factory anymore, and that's weird. I really hadn't looked up there until just now. I don't know when that happened. 3. So like that side is still working. Huh. Oh, that's nice. I can't really get far enough away from it to get a good look. That is not something I was expecting. Although now that I see it, I realize that it's possible. Yeah, I guess it probably got struck by lightning, and the fire even somehow got right there. There's a little window in the side. Huh. Well, good news is I don't need it for anything. I can always throw skeletons back into the spawn factory if I really need more arrows. Or bones, for that matter, but I don't think bones will ever be a problem for me. Because I've got enough of those that I've stacked them into cubes, and... So in a way, this is 9 double crates of bones. Of bone powder. It's 3 double crates of just bones. Yeah. That's almost upsetting. Well, if I'd tried making it out of stone, I guess it would have been safe, but it also would have taken 4 times as long, and I'm not even sure I could have carried enough rocks up there to do it. Yeah, so I'm trying to get wither skulls. I need 2 more of them. I have, I don't know where. Downstairs, I think. I'll know in a sec. I do have enough soul sand, not here, to build a wither. Nighttime. Up here. You're still okay though, okay. Yeah. I got enough soul sand for a wither. I've got bedrock here, and with Chester I can trade a block of obsidian for a block of bedrock. So as far as building a wither, that's easy. With this I can build a little room to contain it, so when it explodes it won't do any damage and won't be able to get out of its little room. It's big enough if I just leave a door that I can get through, then I'm going to jump in here, because why not? Then, I can just kill it with arrows and maybe sneaking up and hitting it with a sword occasionally. And then just wander in and pick up, what does it even drop? A nether star, I think? Which just gets me a beacon, which I already have. Everything from here on out is relatively redundant. Can't do rabbits, we know that. I might be able to get the stuff together to kill a wither, but I won't get anything from it apart from having killed a wither, which I guess is something to do. Otherwise, this map is essentially finished. You know, I could portal my way to, like 3 kilometers away and start over with a whole new environment, which will be limited to a plains biome. I guess that would be something I could do. But otherwise, I don't think there's much left. I think I mentioned at some point I was kind of thinking toward other maps. One suggestion had been just do a series on inherently flawed maps. I mentioned that, right? Like Shriveling World is cool, but doesn't technically work correctly. I could also do my username island. I think I mentioned that. I'm not entirely certain what I've mentioned, because occasionally I'll like start recording and you know, get 10 minutes into a recording, realize that not only have I not really done anything worth having recorded, but I'm not going to get anything done in the next hour that's worthy of being an episode. This may be one of those times. The point is that I'll occasionally mention things that I therefore remember having said, but I don't know if anyone heard me. And unless I go back through and watch a bunch of recent videos to see whether it's there, and then try to make a real note of whether I did in fact say it, or record myself saying it. Yeah, it's a thing. This probably is an episode, because despite absolutely nothing else, I did get the wither skull. One of them, I need 2 more. But, yeah, we have, that's probably another thing in it. We have that. Spooky, scary. Can I just call them Spookies? Does that seem fair? I don't even know how to make sense of that. How do you rescue a ghast from the nether? Can you coax one into a portal somehow? Yeah, that was easy enough. No. Negative. What's that do? Huh. That would be a bit of a journey. So, summon the wither we haven't done. Because I need to do this 2 more times. I guess I'll aim for that. Having got the 1 skull, it's not going to be that different to get the other 2. I can probably just do that offline, well, or not offline, but off camera. And then I'll have everything I need to figure out a place for the wither and see if my plan to encase it in bedrock does me any good. I have no idea really. It seems like it would work. Maybe I'm wrong. But we're up to half an hour here, I think, so I'll go ahead and shut this down and compile it at 1080 into episode like 41, I think. And then next time, my hunch is, you know, assuming I've got what I need, and I don't know why I would start recording before that, I'll have the, for next time, I'm going to try to have all of this stuff together to do a wither. Then we'll do that, and I think that'll probably be the series. And then I'll just move on to something else on my end, but upload an episode a week, and then somewhere like around the beginning of April in 2018, you'll be seeing all this. Alright, so I'm just going to sit here like I always do. Yeah, I'll just plan for that. However many more real-time days it takes me. By the way, 2036. Wow. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so I'll see you next time. Bye.